We are here live at the Augusta Civic Center for a Yankee Small College Conference game between the University of Minnesota Moose and the Great Bay Community College Herons. We just had a UMaine women's game right before this. This is the second game of our doubleheader. Both teams looking for their first win tonight, as both teams are 0-3 and 0-1 in the conference. UMA coming off a really good game that we did here last Thursday against Central Maine Community College. And last game, Noah Thompson tied the record for most three-pointers in a game. He went 8 for 13 against CMCC, and he had a game-high 28 points. And he is now averaging 13.7 points this season. The Great Bay Community College Herons, they are coached by Dave Skolonics in his first season. And Eric Leslie leads the Herons in points, averaging 10 points per game. And Anthony Shea is averaging just under 10 points a game at 9.7. And Leslie is also the leader in rebounds with 6. So we are going to have our starters for both teams.
We have freshman from Dover, New Hampshire, Devin Harden.
Devin Harden is the
Senior from Madbury,
freshman guard from Dover, New Hampshire.
That open three look.
And I'm not sure what Great Bay Community College, what their gym is like, but up here it's really open in behind the basket, especially with the bleachers not being pulled out on one side and the other side with the concession stand, and usually people are filling in back there, walking back and forth, so it's all open. So both teams off to a big start. And there's a big swap by Rogers, as he was not having any part of that, as Eric Leslie tried to get by him, and Rogers said, "I don't think so." Sent that thing into the stratosphere. 17:56 to go. The Herons with a 2-point lead, 7-5. Just checked into the game. Long rebound, ripped down by Thompson.
I thought Thompson had Dallas streaking down the court. Just couldn't give him the ball.
Still tried to get it to him. Nice hands by Thompson. Little quick pass to Chess. Chess has it off the glass, up and no good. Dallas in there trying to get the rebound, and he will cause enough havoc.
Yeah, some uncharacteristic misses by Keith down underneath. That's where he lives. That's where his bread and butter is, down underneath those strange angles that usually he's able to put home. So I guess a good way to look at that, though, is he's getting those shots. So
right.
Those will fall. Good take.
Chaz wrestling it, and there he goes. Nice job by Keith Chesley right there. Good take by Murray, going strong to the hoop. Murray giving up very many inches underneath. He's only 5'8", but he is definitely not afraid to go to the hoop, as we saw last Thursday, Nate, during the CMCC game.
Yeah, and this is a big improvement for UMA. I think they're a better team than they were a year ago. Their ability to break the press hasn't been an issue yet for them. They really had some issues last year.
Well, what you've got to do when you're playing against that full court press is you can't panic. You got 10 seconds in the backcourt. If you find yourself pressed, one of your teammates has to come over, get you out of that situation, and you just can't panic. And once you get the ball to the middle, stay composed, get your eyes up. And sometimes it's also good, too, if you're in the middle, that you let those guys behind you filter up. But you can't outrun your pass. When you get the ball to the middle of the press, you can't have everybody run up, because you might have to dump it back. 9-7, 16:44 to go, first half. And there's that middle. Rogers got to be picked from behind, as no one told him that David Harden was coming up screaming behind him. So that's a tough angle going to be put up. Thompson's going to rip that board down. Gets it over to Murray.
Good fight there for Thompson underneath his headband coming out all askew.
Up and down! Up and down right there. Nice lob by Murray. Rogers was waiting for it. Nobody picked him up, and that's what Dallas can bring you.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those things that, Brandon can go up to the top over everybody. Yeah. It's just a matter of getting that pass. And that Dallas is a huge improvement from what they had a year ago. I think they can go up over the top a lot more teams this year, utilizing that play. Yeah, because take a look at it right here.
So we'll check out the replay.
You're going to see the lob there. Brandon going up and putting it down with some authority.
Thompson wants it. He'll take it, and he will nail it. His first one of the night here. He's like shooting in this facility so far this year. That's a long three taken, going to be front rim ripped down by Rogers. As Arthur not on target with that. Rogers will get it over to Thompson. Thompson gets it over cross court. West bounce pass underneath. Chez has off the glass and in. Nice ball movement right there by the UMA Moose.
Coach Ford got to be happy with that. Absolute perfection in the execution of breaking down that zone full court pressure.
Another one and done for the Herons, and the Moose have been exploiting that so far. West has been open 5 or 6 times, and he's been on, as that one's going to be taken down by Lucas Gaynor. And he'll try to get it, and West will get the foul. So Gaynor will go to the line, shoot 2 free throws. So the Herons need to attack the offensive glass a little bit better. They've been one and done so far.
Yeah, and if I was them right now, I'd kind of back out of that full court zone pressure. So we're going to have a full slate of substitutions here for Great Bay. You know, it's just, you know, they've shown that that's really not doing anything. They haven't forced any turnovers from doing that pressure, and it's really put them into some bad scenarios on the defensive side to be able to stop UMA. UMA's getting wide open three-pointers. They're doing a really nice job of working the ball underneath and taking their time at breaking this.
Rogers kicks it over to Thompson. Wants it, takes it, and no good. There's Rogers to clean it up. You got to get in front of Rogers, and even if you're in front of him, sometimes he can go over you. You really got to muscle him out of there, which is easier said than done. He's 6'5", probably at least 225, 230.
Yeah, and what this lineup allows them to do, UMA, is put Brand underneath. He can now play underneath because he doesn't need to handle the ball and take it to the hole so much more. You know, with the outside shooting that Thompson brings, he's able to go ahead and get those rebounds. You're going to see him with a ton of putbacks this year, I guarantee it.
Nice no look. And just off the bench and in, Davala making his presence known. Nice little up and under right there. Good body control by Anthony Shea for the put-in. 20-11, 14-15 to go here first half. Ches has it, will go strong to the hole. He's going to get fouled, and the foul will be on the floor, so they will pass the ball in underneath of the hoop. Good pace game so far, Nate.
Yeah, pretty good job by both teams. I think right now for UMA on the defensive side, they got to step across. They've had a couple of plays where they haven't been able to get in the way of the defender in the basket. They've had a couple of easy lay-ins. Nice plays by number 24, Shea, to be able to take the ball underneath and get some open looks. So I think we'll see they got to be some kind of rotation. Right now they're not doing a good job one-on-one. They got to help over, cut him off to the basket. On the flip side, I think UMA is doing a fantastic job. I can't talk enough about. And it looks like the scoreboard, they gave the point to the wrong side.
All right, so we've got that fixed. Yeah, just to reiterate the point about Rogers being able to stay underneath the hoop with the ball handle, because Thompson can handle the ball. You've got Davila can handle the ball. Hamed can handle the ball. Obviously, you've got Murray, who's the starting point guard. He plays bigger than 5'8". He's not afraid to go in there down amongst the trees and play ball underneath there. Adds a whole new dimension to your offense. Shea will get it over. Long three taken by Kahune. And that one is no good. Going to be fought for and last touched. I think they're going to say it was off Rogers, who touched it last.
I don't know. It looked like Rogers made contact with the ball, which then deflected off the Great Bay player, but obviously not. We're a little bit away, so.
A little bit.
UMA in a 2-3 zone right now.
Moved around the perimeter, taking baseline, and that one is going to be nice box out by Chesley there. He got positioned early, and he stayed with it. Hamed will get it across the timeline. Get it up to Davila, down, cross-court pass. Rogers underneath Ches right there. We talked about earlier, and he's living down on that block. Good look, good offensive prowess by Ches to keep his body in control and get it off the glass and then look for the three-point play.
Yeah, all set up by Rogers getting that pass. We're going to see it here on the replay. He's going to enter it right down into Keith.
So good pace right now so far for UMA, as they started like this last week, which we had talked about.
Yeah, but they haven't relied all on the three-pointer, which is a completely different. They've really worked the ball underneath, and they've been making that extra pass. And again, it's Great Bay's defensive scheme here, running the zone, that they've been able to work and get those odd man, kind of as they say in hockey, those rushes. So
nice offensive board by Brown. 3 going to be taken and made by Eric Leslie.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to find, though, for Great Bay. You got to get out on him, get a hand in his face.
Thompson's going to take this 3 and make this 3.
Oh, you can
That's
see
just
it
before,
exactly.
initially. I said it before it even went in. Just from watching him last week, that is such a smooth shot, smooth release.
The path of the ball, the angle in which we were looking, you could see from as soon as he let it go that was going to go in.
Another 3 going to be taken, and front rim, no good. Good board underneath by Thompson. He's been all over the place, offensive and defensive.
Yeah, what a great start for him. There it is, one more pass.
And you can tell what Rogers was going to do with the ball when he got it. He was going to get a bounce pass over to Davila, who was unguarded over on that low block. We've got hockey substitutions coming in. I'll get it to you as they filter in here.
Well, one thing for Great Bay here is the advantage in the depth. I mean, they're playing 10 people.
That's a lot.
As in comparison to 7 of UMA.
Thompson, cross-court pass to Rogers. Rogers has a head fake. He's going to drive in down underneath the Ches. And going to be back rim, no good. And we're going to have a foul, I think, over the back on Rogers. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, Keith ended up down on the floor over there. So I think
maybe that's what it was. Foul away from the ball. Okay. Yep, so that foul is going to be called on Kareem Wynn. That's going to be his first personal, team's 5th. That one's going to be put up and in, and he is just unbelievable. Just doing what he wants.
And you know what? One thing that we have to paint the picture for the folks at home, it is very difficult to come into this gym and shoot well. So, I mean, that's just a testament to Thompson. He's a great shooter. I mean, there's no question about it. And, you know, he's got a little bit of a flat shot, but it works. I mean, he's money.
Yeah. He's already got 3 tonight.
Really impressed with how he shoots the ball. Good fake.
And he's kind of got a little herky jerk to it, like midway through. Kind of throws the defenders off if they're close. Ches has it, going to get it over to Tony. He's got to take this, too. He's got to make this, too. Oh, a little early. Ches with offensive board, in.
Yeah. And again, this is such a huge advantage to have Thompson again because Keith's game is underneath. He's going to be there, and he's going to be on the backside. He's going to get rebounds. Same thing for Rogers. They're going to do a great job this winter and in this season of backside rebounds and second chance opportunities off of 3-point misses. Here we go again.
Same thing. And just exactly what you talked about, Nate. And Rogers puts it up. And we're going to have a timeout. Good call by Coach Dave Skolnick. We will take a break here. 11:04 to go in the first half. 35-16. UMaine with an early lead.
Junior Trojan Football and Cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
So UMA finds himself with an early lead, and what this allows you to do, even this early in the game, 11:04 to go here in the first half, is to get a solid lead, and then you can start working on some different things, maybe, in the second half. But also what you've got to do, what we were just talking about during the break, Nate and I, was that you've got to play your style of basketball. You're up almost 20 points here. I know it's early in the game, but you can't tell your team not to play basketball.
Well, no, Andy, and I think one of the things here is there are some obvious mismatches in this game. I wouldn't, unless you're able to double Rogers, for Great Bay, you're not going to be able to stop him. And the thing is, the inside-out game right now for UMA is so good that it's going to be very difficult. Nice play here by Thompson.
Nice and good look up ahead. Nice job by Nick Bragg.
All set up by the big block by Rogers.
Is that going to be front rimmed? Going to be corralled by Rojas. He's going to stop, turn. A little bit too much gusto on that one down underneath as that one's going to skip out. So Bragg seen his first action. Jake Cummings also on the floor for UMA. Nice cross-court pass. Chesley, little bounce pass. Rogers he thought about the dunk. You could see the grimace on his face. He wanted to flush it, but The lane was blocked.
Yeah, Great Bay's got to get out of that zone. It's not doing anything for them. They got to come back and play in more of a zone and slow down UMA. At least get them to pass the ball around the perimeter a little bit. Because right now the zone's not really doing anything for them.
It's hurting them more than it's helping them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they're finding themselves in no man's land, just like right there. The rotation was slow, getting back down, and it was just a nice put-up, nice look as they found Cummings down, and Jake finished. And not very patient down on the offensive end. That was a really nice take by Anthony Shea, but not much time taken on the offensive end. And once again, they break the press with 2 passes. Not a lot of dribbles. Chez up and in. This is too easy. They're just going down the court and scoring at will.
Yeah, and there hasn't been a defensive adjustment. UMA's broken the press the same way the entire game and scored points off it. And there hasn't been a defensive adjustment to be able to stop them and make them do something different. So, I mean, you got to do something if you're Great Bay here.
Maybe drop back into a half court if you want to play the zone because, look, 1 pass and broken.
We see it a lot in this league that the defense lacks a little bit in towards the aggression based off of being one of those tenacious defensive teams because the depth. But if you look at the chart here, the roster, and the fact that Great Bay is playing 10 people, I mean, they have the ability to get up into people's faces and maybe deny them play man-to-man here because the zone is not working out.
Well, and also, too, sometimes it just dawned on me that Great Bay, very new program.
Yeah.
The kids are starting to play together, and sometimes it's really hard to get a groove if you're subbing in 5 guys at a time. And I know what Coach Salonik is doing. He's trying to find out, every time they sub in at 5, it's different people.
Yeah.
It's not the same 5. So you're trying to figure out who plays well with who, and then you can build on that.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And UMA going into the 2-1-2.
Long 3 taken, no good.
And a great call here by Coach Ford going into 2-1-2 because what it's going to end up doing is the mental mindset of Great Bay here is like, we got to get back in this game. We got to get back in this game. Yep. They're going to take a lot of 3-point shots.
Number 5.
Helps if you make them.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that you are exactly right. That once they kind of pack it, and then I'm sure that's what he's going to talk about right here. Well, it's only a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. That once you pack it down in the zone, especially when a team finds themselves down by 22 points, they just start hucking from the outside.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what from a defense, that's what you want. I mean, the numbers show you're not going to make, just like what we saw here early last Thursday, UMA went crazy in making 3-pointers, and then, boom, they hit the wall. And they didn't hit them for a very long time to get out of the game. On the flip side here, that's kind of what you want to impose if you're UMA on the defensive side to Great Bay, is go ahead and start throwing those up there because the numbers are going to show that you're not going to make the majority of those. They're more difficult shots. I think Coach Ford is saying as guys, we can't give up open shots. Get up into their face, get a hand, and contest those shots because we want to prevent them from obviously scoring, and the higher likelihood of us contesting a shot will prevent them from scoring. Nice job here again, press breaker. Fantastic. It's like night and day compared to last year, how they broke the press. To tonight.
Chez to Thompson. Rogers will go up, and too easy. Little finger roll right there. Very poised, composed on offense so far as UMA. Long 3 for Harden. Going to be an air ball. Chez will grab the rebound. He'll get it over to Bragg. Bragg up to Thompson. Thompson will flip it to Rogers. He's going to flush that thing. That was absolutely ripped. And we are going to get a full timeout. We will take the timeout here from the Augusta Civic Center. 47-21, 8:07 to go here in the first half. We will be back next.
Junior Trojan Football and Cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
We come back. We've had the full timeout. This is you never want to find yourself in a situation as the Herons are right now, down 47-21 with 8:07 to go here in the first half. But, as a new program, you end up taking your lumps. And, Nate, you and I, we've both been on teams, that have taken their lumps when we were playing in college. And you know what? You just work through it, and especially you've all got to kind of rally around each other and not get down on yourself. You've got to continue to play basketball, move the ball around, try to get open looks, and you've got to really play defense, especially when the way that UMA has outmatched them. You just got to continue to play. There's still a lot of basketball left, and, you never really want to get run out of a gymnasium. But, on the flip side, what we had talked about earlier, you can't tell kids not to play ball. You've got to score. You do have a shot clock, and you don't want to get into bad habits.
Yeah,
right?
I like how they're playing right now. Look, they're being a lot more aggressive. There we go, forcing the turnover. Nice job here. But, then you
nice
run into
move.
something like that. Wow, what a great shot.
Wow, what a play. Nice job by Gaynor, Lucas Gaynor, with an acrobatic move. That was going to be ripped down by Rogers. Thompson has it. Gets it up to Chesley. Chesley will go baseline. He'll stop, pop, and Rogers almost came down with the rebound.
Yeah, unfortunately, that ball kind of circled out around the cylinder and away from
Long
Brandon.
three taken. And that's another thing that you don't want to do if you're the Herons is have these one-and-dones and have, you're just throwing up three-point shots without moving the ball around the perimeter and actually getting an open one. Nice pass down there. As Ches gets taken out a little bit, but it was after the plate, no foul call. Good pass by Rogers. As you can tell, those two have done that many, many times.
Yeah, Brandon's just a good passer in general, but he's even better when you get down around the basket. And Keith does such a good job down the baseline. They've really played with each other for a while now and know each other's tendencies and what they're good at. They set each other up for success a lot of the time.
Yep, they put themselves in high percentage shot areas. Nice move. Second acrobatic shot by Gaynor. A very athletic individual down there on the floor. Kind of a lazy pass by Thompson, and that's not what you want to do is start getting lazy right there. And, back to the Rogers and Chesley. Chesley's listed at 6'1", but, he can play down underneath just as well as anybody else. He plays a lot taller than he is.
I can imagine that 6'1's a little bit generous.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, but he does, you're right, there's no question about it. He does a fantastic job of spatial awareness and how to put his body in. He's a great shooter off strange angles. And we'll see it throughout the season. He does a really nice job of making those adjustments.
And here's Murray. I like him as the point guard. He doesn't get flustered. He just kind of, he's got that little, look on his face. He's like, yeah, I got this. And just kind of brings it up with ease. Nice play right there. Good body control by Dustin West. Been really impressed with Dustin the two games that we've done so far. He's a very good athlete. Long three taken and made. Nice job. Good shot right there, Anthony Shea. Nice and smooth. Good release, and not afraid to take it. And that was a good looking shot. Rogers a little pressure behind him. Going to kick it to Ches. Ches going to take the three and back rim. No good. Ball's going to be loose. Rojas gets it. And there's Chesley. He's going to almost come up with the steal there.
Yeah, pretty good anticipation there by Keith.
Sure was.
Whoa.
Kahune with a long three. Whoa, was right. Chesley with another board. Going to get it over to Bragg. Bragg will push it up. West has it now. He'll stop. Get it over to Rogers. Got the cutting Chesley. Little no look. Get the ball up, in.
Number 34, keep Chesley for two.
Well, the viewers at home might be wondering how are they getting so many open layups to the backside. And it's because anytime Rogers touches the ball, he's either being double-teamed or it's collapsing on him, and he's doing such a fantastic job of finding his open teammates down either on the box
nice
or away from him.
Wow, what a play. Oh, Murray just with the bump. He's going to get the offense. Yeah, great point, Nate, because, when you have a guy like Rogers that is athletic as he is, he's 6'5", big physical player, but he moves like a point guard.
Yeah.
We get mass substitutions coming in again.
The line shift.
4:49 to go. 53-28. Long, dangerous pass cross court. Long three taken. As that hits nothing but glass. Rogers going to come up with it. He's going to be fouled. I think he was hit 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I was going to say there was going to be something
one they were going to call, but eventually they got to it. That foul's going to be called on Tristan Arthur. That's going to be the team's 6th personal, so the next one will be shooting 1-1. Nick Bragg coming off the bench, getting some good quality minutes, playing very well. And he will, Abdul Hemed will check in. Again, breaking that press with ease. And that's the athleticness that I was talking about, just smooth, kind of sweeping by you. Not very easily that a 6'5" guy can make a move like that. Ill-advised pass cross court from Hemed to West. And up and under. What a nice move that was, taken to the hoop.
I've been impressed with how Great Bay is taking the ball to the hole.
Yeah.
They've really been able to do a nice job of getting down and finishing. This part for them is just what... Oh, there we go. Got a read there.
Good hands by Wynn. Kareem Wynn, who just had the follow. Another one to the hoop and up and in. It's good that they're scoring. We're going to have a timeout, and we will take a break. We will be back for the final 3:53 of this first half next.
Junior Trojan Football and Cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
So Coach Ford with the timeout. You see the UMA huddle here right now, probably discussing the open looks that they've gotten, and also too, the last 2 hoops have been forced off of turnovers. So when you get the ball after you break the press, you don't always have to go right down into the hoop. You can let your teammates catch up with you and then get into an offensive set. You don't want to start playing sloppy basketball now. 53-32. And again, that's just what I was talking about, that long pass and turnover. That's going to be tipped and ball underneath.
Yeah, here's what UMA's got to focus on. Coach Ford's making the coach point right now. That's the pass that is designed for that defense to take away. So he's telling them, we're not doing that. We need to get back to what we were doing. We're going to go ahead, inbound the ball, rotate it in the back court, find the guy in the open middle of the court, and then run up the side. And we'll see if they get back to doing that, because that was really what kind of the recipe for success here in the first half.
Nice look, nice shot. Harden rips that one. So a little mini run here by the Herons. That one's going to be put up. Rogers has it, right place, right time. Dallas Murray got hit a little bit, so the ball kind of floated up in the air, and Rogers was able to grab it and put it down. Long one by Harden. That's going to hit nothing. Going to be tipped around. Good hustle. The ball will end up in Wynn's hand. He'll take it, kick it over in the corner. Harden wants this 3. He'll take it, and he'll make it. So the Herons hitting good from outside. They have found themselves back into this game a little bit. And Rogers going to put it off the glass, up and in. Too easy for Rogers. Took the ball at half court and just dribbled it in and put it softly off the glass. No one wanted to get in his way. I don't blame him.
Yeah, but you're really kind of being set back into that defensive formation.
Wow.
You're really setting yourself up for failure in a scenario like that. I mean, they haven't been able to stop that at all. I mean, both teams can score at will at this point. It doesn't really matter, but UMA's got, what is this, the 16-point lead?
Yeah.
So at this point, I mean, what does that really matter? I mean, you obviously want them to stop them, but they haven't done it all game.
Yeah, you can't go, the Herons
trade
need some
baskets.
stops. Yeah, you can't be trading baskets because they've had a couple of threes here, but I'm sure what Coach Ford is telling them is you've got to get a hand in the face, because what they're doing, the Herons are playing a lot of one-on-one basketball. Whoever's getting the ball is probably going to shoot it off of either 1 or 2 passes. They're not really working the ball around the perimeter.
Yeah, and I think one of the things, too, maybe Coach Ford wants to expand out their zone a little bit more. I think a couple times, the ball just bounced a kind of a weird way, and all of a sudden, the guy's open, he's got an open look at a three-pointer, But this for the Great Bay, I mean, that's a pretty easy shot there. I'm surprised Keith missed that, but.
Oof. Whoa. No, thank you. Thompson going to check back in, 2:23. 16-point lead for the Moose. Murray's going to get a little bit of a breather. He's a smooth operator, is Murray.
Yeah, it's nice to have him on the team.
And that one's going to be stolen, tipped away.
Good take.
Ball's going to be laid up and in. Nice body control by Davila to be able to corral that and then get it off with the left hand and get it down in.
Yeah, I like the old slow play there. Drag that back leg, let the defender make the decision first, and then counter off of him.
Ooh. Kind of a no-look pass. Rogers has it. I like Thompson's demeanor with the ball, too. He doesn't get rattled. He plays a good 3. And there's Ches with a 3 down in the corner.
That's kind of like Great Bay for who had the ball. They just
stopped.
Yeah, they're like, we're going to guard everyone but the ball.
Oh! That one handed to Rogers. Ches will stop. Pop. No good. Rogers with the board. He'll reset. Thompson thought about it. Nice ball handling. Another little floater. No good. Gets the offensive board. Kick it over. Same place. Not the same result, though. Thompson wants it. Front rim, no good. Ball still kind of kicked around. Wynn's going to come down with it. Couple of tricky dribbles. Takes the 3. And he will hit the deck, but the ball didn't get anything, so that will be out. Another line change. Kind of just when they started to get their rhythm, though. Couple of new faces out on the court. William Trisna, number 32, will be guarding West in this zone. West has it. And that one turned over by Davila, but right back to Thompson. Ill-advised pass cross court there in their forecourt. West down underneath to Rogers. Rogers has it up and under and in. Rogers got to be close to 20 points.
Yeah, and
easy.
I think one of the things UMA is doing a nice job is making that adjustment. They got to start playing that ball up over the top because the height advantage is just, there's no question.
Nice little head fake there by Shea. Rogers skied through the rafters.
She's a good player,
yes, certainly.
Making good decisions wide open.
All the way down to West. Nobody on him. He'll stop. Pop. No good. Thompson jumped a little bit early. That ball is going to be kicked out, and let's see who will retain possession. The Moose will. 22.3 to go, so the shot clock will be off. A 21-point lead, 64-43. The lead has been cut to 16, but it has been ballooned up to 28 at one point. Ches has it. Good composure. Kind of run this clock down.
They gave up the open shot there.
Oh, I know. That was wide open.
I know they're trying to work the last shot, obviously, but sometimes you got to figure now you end up taking a shot like that and giving up the
right at the buzzer.
Then it works out.
So it ended up working out. So we have played one half of basketball here from the Augusta Civic Center. The UMaine Moose lead the Great Bay Community College here in 66-43. We will be back live from the Augusta Civic Center for the second half next.
Junior Trojan Football and Cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to halftime during the men's game. I am joined by Morgan Card and Emily Carter. Why don't you break down the game for us? You girls played very well tonight, and you moved the ball all over the court. And how did you ladies feel that you guys played tonight?
I thought as a team we all played pretty well. We had a good in and out game from the post out to our shooters. Working it around was probably the biggest thing that we did. Everybody got a shot off at least.
What did Coach say at halftime? Did you guys ladies make any adjustments?
She just said to play more aggressive and just get up in passing lanes and just play your hardest and go after balls on the floor.
So you've got a Thanksgiving tournament coming up. You looking forward to that?
I'm excited. I think we're all pretty excited. We're ready for some more games.
Yeah, how many games? Do you know how many teams are playing in that little tournament there?
I'm not sure. I know that we play 2 of the teams, so there's got to be. I think there's at least 4. I know that.
Yeah.
So when is your next game?
Thursday.
Who you ladies playing?
At Machias.
Machias. What is it? Do you know their record by any chance?
I don't know it either.
That's a short ride to Machias.
Not really.
Well, I'd like to thank you ladies for joining us, and good luck at Machias.
Thank you.
Thanks. We are back to the second half action here at the Augusta Civic Center. 66-43. So the Herons have their work cut out for them, down by 23 points. These first couple of minutes here within the second half are really going to tell the tale of the second half, Nate.
Yeah, you know what? If I think if I'm Great Bay right now, you really got to work on the defensive emphasis here of stopping UMA from scoring. I think there's so many times that we see, we got to score to get back into this, but really it comes down to stops. I mean, you've got to be able to stop your opponent in order to get back into larger deficits.
Yeah, you can't just be swapping baskets or swapping threes, and because that's not going to cut the deficit at all. Long three taken. Ball going to be tipped around, followed. Ball going to be put up. That one's going to be blocked by West. Nice play. Ball going to be come down, but to Murray. He's going to get doubled. One of the few times that the trap had worked for a second. Rogers, in.
Number 34, Keith Chesley.
So UMA picking up right where they left off in the first half. Ball going to be kicked over. Wynn thought about the three. He'll go baseline. Go by Chesley. Off the glass. No good. Murray with the rebound. He'll break the press. Try to break it single-handedly. Ball going to be kicked ahead and going to be laid up and in by Caleb McGuire. Tristan Arthur, excuse me. Got my rosters all bundled up. West will get it into Murray. Murray over to Thompson. He'll load up, and that will bounce out, and we're going to have a push-off on Chesley as he got a little bit of a forearm in the back of Eric Leslie.
Yeah, you kind of wondered how Keith was able to get such good position there. Good call.
Shot's going to be taken and made. Anthony Shea having himself a game here tonight. This is still staying with it. Rogers. Chesley going to lay it off the glass, up and in. So again, the swap and basket isn't going to do it for the Herons. Got to get a couple of stops. There's a hard take to the hoop. And Leslie will find himself at the line shooting 2 free throws. It kind of looks as though UMA is, more than happy to just go ahead and trade baskets. You're going to score. You're going to, continue to saying that 2-1-2 full court press. We'll just break your press and go down and get a layup.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Great Bay here, I mean, make some kind of adjustment defensively. Do something a little different. I mean, it can't be any worse, I guess, is my
right.
thought process here. But at least
it's not doing anything.
At least it gives it a little bit of an adjustment. I'm not really sure how that wasn't a foul.
I don't either. I don't think anybody does. Win underneath. No good. Third chance, no good. And finally, Chesley with the rebound. There was a lot of contact on there. Usually there was contact that needs to be a whistle. West thought about the bounce pass, tried to get it to Rogers, finally does. Back over to Murray. Murray has it back, tried to get it down underneath to Rogers. West will, he almost made the save, but
I don't even know.
I didn't know either.
Who that was really off of. They're going to discuss it here. Yeah.
Yep, so the Herons will keep possession. Good hard take to the hoop. Anthony Shea's been able to do that all night.
Yeah, you got to take away his right side. We've seen him go down to the right-hand side probably 2 or 3 times already, and he's really good at doing that, and he's setting himself up for contact there. And he'll take this. Anytime that you can get to the free throw line when you are behind, you get those points on the board. It's a huge advantage.
Yeah, Shea does a good job, and when he's penetrating to the hoop, he kind of holds that ball down on his right hip, takes his 2 steps, gets the contact, and then gets a shot off. So he'll make both free throws, 70-50, 20-point game. Still staying with the full court press and broken very easily. You just got to stay out of the danger zones, and that's what UMA has been able to do so far tonight is stay out of those trap zones. They've got caught in it a couple of times, but other than that, they really have done a good job of moving the ball around and staying out and moving the ball around the perimeter there. Murray gets it over to West, and West rips that three from the corner. Wynn has it, thinks about the three. That's going to go in and out, and Chesley's going to get it over to Thompson, and he'll get it over to Murray. Murray with a little bit of difficulty. And dangerous pass, but Chesley has it, gets it across the timeline. Rogers has it, goes underneath, tries to get it to Thompson, no good. Rojas gets it over, and that ball is going to be laid up and in, and we are going to have a timeout. 17 minutes to go, second half, 73-52. We will take a break here from the Augusta Civic Center on Muncie Media Sports.
Junior Trojan Football and Cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
So both teams are in the timeout right now. A 21-point lead for the UMA Moose. I wonder if now they're going to start to go to a different defense.
Well, I don't think so. If they would have done, or if they are choosing to do that, I think it would have already happened. I think they're set in, this is what they're going to do, and they're going to run it. Being a young team, obviously, this is what you want to instill upon them. They can't match up one-on-one, and just based off of height alone. So, I mean, they play small.
Well, yeah, looking at it right now.
Yeah, the idea is to go ahead and set up this trapping defense and get the turnovers. It just hasn't happened because UMA's done a very nice job. I don't know how that wasn't a travel.
I think he was
possession,
held.
No possession, is that why?
Well, no,
they called the foul. Okay.
They did?
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
So
there's no 11 on Great Bay. There's a danger zone.
Yeah, Dallas has got to work back. You have the whole back court that you can inbound the ball to him and let him dribble around, give him some space.
Gonna go to the ball, get it over to Thompson. Murray wants it. And no good. Ball going to be rebounded. Trizna. And Wynn will take the three. And that one's going to bounce around. No good. Ball's going to be tipped by West over to Rogers. Rogers gets it to Thompson. Has Chesley down on the block. And a nice pass underneath by Thompson to the big man running the floor, Brandon Rogers, for the layup.
Yeah, Thompson doing a really nice job of being patient, letting some of his fellow teammates to get down. You were able to see Brandon come from the top of the key, face cut down to the box, and get that pass. Nice job there by UMA.
It's a shot from the corner. Thompson gets it up to Chesley. He's got some bodies with him. Gets it over to Rogers. Rogers going to throw one up, and no good. He'll be at the line shooting two.
I mean, really what's really killed Great Bay is there's been absolutely no offensive rebounding, again, due to size. UMA is doing a really nice job. Keith and Brandon going up and getting those rebounds and being able to flush them out, get the quick outlet and run down the court before Great Bay is able to set up their trap or really defend. I mean, they're getting 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s, and they're really doing a nice job of being able to make the extra pass or being patient enough to be able to get those layups, or here we are drawing the foul.
Yeah, that's the nature of the beast when you play that 2-1-2 that, you know that is going to be a tendency, but you're hoping that you can, have the steals outweigh those possessions. Chesley's going to get the rebound. Get it over to Thompson. Thompson over to Rogers. Rogers at the elbow. He'll stop. He'll lay it off the glass and in.
I mean, anytime Brandon's catching the ball at the elbow or the foul line, it's a dribble, 2 steps, and he's laying it in. You got to take away his right hand. He hasn't gone to the left at all. If you're a Great Bay defender, you got to just realize that. Send him to at least the opposite side, away from his dominant hand.
Because that was going to be turned over. Rogers was stripped. That was going to be laid off the glass. Nice move by Tristan Arthur, and we are going to have a full timeout. We will take the timeout as well. 15-18 to go here in the second half. A sizable lead for the Moose at the Augusta Civic Center. Back next.
Junior Trojan Football and Cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
So we are back after the quick break. It will be UMA ball.
I do want to say, though, much better job here defensively for Great Bay. A little bit more aggressive. Their tenacity is up. They really kind of maybe were a little bit shell-shocked in a sense when they came out and UMA had got that commanding lead, but much better job here. Great adjustment by Coach Ford here.
Thompson wants it. He'll take it. And he'll make it.
Number 11, Noah Thompson.
It's so hard to defend a transitional three because really the emphasis on the defensive side is to take away any dribble drive down to the basket and try and stop or prevent any lay-ins. You know, so you end up
cram the paint.
Yeah, and everything gets sucked down in. So Thompson realizing that, I mean, his game is to stay out and shoot threes anyways, and he does a really great job of that.
Certainly does. Little hesitation by Murray. Nice little floater. Up and in. Murray with that little bit of a hesitation and gets that high percentage floater. Nice offensive work done down there, and Leslie with the put down. Whoa. Jeez, that was close.
Yeah, and that's a poor decision there on Thompson. Don't send the ball down the sideline.
You don't need to. There's no need.
Yeah, in this kind of zone here.
Yeah, because there's no room.
Yeah,
it's one of those passing lanes that it's just
that's what
asking for disaster.
Yeah, if you're a defender, that's exactly where you want it because anything close down to the sideline, it works as a defender in itself because you get two. Now you're kind of pinned in. Anything down the sideline, you have no room to work with. You always want to work the ball down into the middle of the zone, middle of the court.
Middle. Murray with that quick crossover there. Look at that. Wow, he is good. He is going to have a very long and plentiful career here.
Wow,
I don't know how that was an offensive goaltending.
Yeah, I thought that got off the backboard.
Okay.
I like it, though.
I do, too. I like that. Oh, that would have been nice. The little baseline flush, almost had it. Nice pass over in the corner. That three's going to be taken off the front rim, no good. Has it up to Murray. And Murray is going to be fouled. Looked like a clean block. Might have got him with the body. But Murray will be at the line shooting two. So Murray, the freshman from Newport, Rhode Island, he's going to be playing 4 years of basketball up here, and he's going to be one good player.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at Brandon's block here. Oh, yeah, it sure was a block, actually. So we were kind of questioning whether if it was goaltending or not, but it wasn't. He got it up and knocked it off the backboard himself.
So once again, got to be within about 20 points, UMA has come back with a couple of good transition baskets and has it back up to 29 points. It looks like the Herons just can't seem to catch a break and get that 20, break that 20-point mark.
Yeah, well, they haven't stopped them, and that's really what it comes down to. Like I had mentioned earlier at the beginning of the second half. If you're down and you have a larger deficit to come back from, you have to focus on the defensive side and stop them. A little extracurricular stuff going on here.
A little bit. Recess. Little off-balance three taken. Chesley will get the rebound. Gaynor Chesley didn't agree with the call. He's got to be careful. He's going to get teed up because you've got to be careful with that. So the Herons will get the ball.
Yeah, and this kind of lends itself into one of those kind of gray areas. You know, if that's a tight game, there's no question it's a foul, right? I mean,
yeah. You know, and also sometimes, too, as an official, nice block from behind as West gets the ball over to Chesley that you hate to ref down to a game, but sometimes you find yourself doing that, and it's unintentional.
Well, I mean, I think they just missed about 2 or 3 calls in that one possession. Definitely down here in the corner.
Yeah.
I'm taking some guy's legs out. Is
that a foul? Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, and then down here when he shuffled his feet and then still was able to shoot it.
And then the travel before the foul.
Yeah.
But anyway, hey, we'll get the 3-point play. Nice job by Chesley.
Why not? Take advantage while you can,
exactly.
Right? Good
They're
job by
looking
Keith.
the other way.
I think Keith deserves that, though. But
yeah, they're getting manhandled down on the other side. So see if he can convert the 3-point play. 13:09 here to go in the second half. Sizable lead for UMA, who has played absolutely great offense, great defense. But what I like about the Herons, they haven't stopped playing basketball. There's still 13 minutes left. You know, they're down, but they might be out, but they're not playing like it. Like if you were to tune into the game right now and not see the scoreboard, you wouldn't know that they're down by 30 points, and that's really good. I like that.
A good reflection of the coaching, too, to keep the kids up and make them keep working. And, again, young program, so kudos to the coaching staff there and the program to have them keep plugging away. There's still a lot of time left. So, I mean, you really don't know what happens. Like I said, I mean, on paper right now, it's not looking good, obviously, but
try to get the lob over to Rogers. Only 4 seniors on the team for the Great Bay Herons. Everybody else is a freshman. So that's really saying something. And they're going to get a win under their belt, here soon because of, just what I've seen, so far here. They're very quick, good basketball teams. They're a little undersized, but they can shoot the lights out of it. And, to their credit, UMA has contested a lot of their shots so far today. UMA's played really good defense. So the Herons will find themselves up against another opponent where they can definitely compete. And this is such a young program. And, within the first year, they will have some W's this year, no doubt about that. Thompson gets it back to West. Has Ches down in the corner. He set up shop there a while ago. Chesley has it over. Three's going to be taken. Back rim, no good. Rogers with the big high rebound. Gets it over. Thompson has it in the corner. He wants it. Slides out, no good. Ball's going to be ripped down by Leslie. He'll get the rebound. He'll get the ball over to Arthur. He'll get across timeline. Get it down in the corner. The shot is going to be taken and made. Nice looking transition basketball right there. Vinny Kahune with the 3-point basket.
Yeah, and down on the defensive side, they worked hard to get that rebound. They did a really nice job of not giving up an easy shot after having a couple of rebounds go the opposite side. So,
and we're going to have a foul called. Oh, I thought that foul was going to be called on Thompson as he dove in there late. I guess not. Was it a jump ball? Is that what it was called?
I missed it.
We'll go with jump ball. Nope, because they didn't change the arrow. I don't know what happened. Maybe he traveled with it. All right, we'll go with travel. Thompson thought about it, gets it down underneath. Nice job by Thompson. He could have taken the 3, but he penetrated and got the nice pass down to West, who had a very high percentage shot. Didn't make it, but good choice by Thompson. Rogers kicks it off Thompson nice down. Ches wide open, goes back. I think he made that harder than he had to. Kind of rotated the back way.
Well, I think he was expecting someone to be down there on his back, and when he realized everyone's up on top of me, I'm going to drop step down on the baseline and get a free one here.
Thompson has it, gets it to Rogers. He's going to take it, and he thought about the dunk. Thought about it.
And the same thing there with Rogers. I thought he thought there would be a defender in there, but
nice hands by West to strip it.
UMA is just doing a great job of ball hawking right now.
They really are.
They're getting their hand in the ball, passing lanes, deflections, you name it. They're doing a fantastic job. And when you get a lead like that, you can be a little bit more conscious of that, and that's really how you end up playing the game because you can risk reward. If I don't get this steal and he lays it in, not a big deal. But
right, kind of like playing backyard ball, where you're just with your buddies and just kind of going all out. And we are going to have a full timeout. We will take the timeout from the Augusta Civic Center. 10:35 to go. We will be back. Buzzing Media Sports production of the Yankee Small College Conference game.
Junior Trojan Football and Cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
And we see the UMA huddle. They have a sizable lead. They've just played well tonight, and it's nice, as we were talking, playing backyard basketball, that it's always fun to play in one of these games where, you kind of got your opponent and you can kind of do whatever you can at will, but also too, still being able to work hard on the defensive end because, Gray Bay has not given up trying to score, and they're continuing to play hard. So, you can kind of put the lead aside and just continue to play hard basketball all the way through. Still 10.5 minutes left.
Looking at the amount of scoring that's happened in this game, we're looking close to like a 200-point total scoring here.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of scoring.
And adding to it is West. That thing looked good. That was like a tractor beam.
We're not even midway through here. We're coming up on it.
Nice take to the rack right there. Nice power move. David Harden. West gets it to Ches. Down to Rogers. Cross-court pass. Thompson thought about it. He's got a guy in his grill. That doesn't matter. Grill is open for business.
Noah Thompson for three.
We just hit the midway mark, so this would be as of the fourth quarter here, and UMA already at 100 points. That's impressive.
It certainly is. And the percentage that they've been shooting is very impressive.
Good take there. Nice decision.
Nice, exactly. He had Rogers a little bit behind him, but he was able to get his left hand, and he was able to muscle it down in, and
I think the defender thought, I better go play this guy who's scored all the points. Right. I better go play him. And just
yeah, Dalva felt the defender kind of lack back, and he knew that he could take him to the left side and did so. So at one point in the first half, Great Bay had it to a 16-point lead. It is now ballooned to a 39-point lead. Make that a 40. Oh, I thought that thing was going in. It looked great. Whoa. Ches going down. I thought he was going right inside the ice bucket. He's over by the trainer. Hopefully he's all right.
It did look like he clipped the table there, though. I think he's back. I'm a tough kid.
He's a hockey player. The trainer's okay, so that's good, too. Rogers gets it to Thompson. Thought about the three. Unselfishly gets it back to Rogers.
Cut by West.
Yeah, absolutely. You could see he was just kind of waiting there, knowing that if Rogers got the ball, that he was going to make that cut.
Yeah, good work by West. I mean,
nice job.
He was set up for another open three. Thinking better of it, coming down, getting a nice pass by Rogers, put him in a good spot to be able to score. Pretty good defense there by Great Bay.
First one front rim, no good. Dustin West, the freshman from Madison. He's going to have a long career here at UMA as well because he's a very good player, very poised, and, just looking down, I didn't know that he was a freshman. He certainly doesn't play like a freshman, I'll tell you that. Nice hard take to the basket there by Tristan Arthur, and he will finish the 5'10 freshman from Tampa, Florida, so he's a long way from home, playing good ball up here. Nice cross-court pass. Wow, Devin going to take the three. Dustin West, no good. And that ball is squirted out. $8:17 to go. Here it's still playing aggressive on the offensive end. Shot looked good on the release. Nice hard-fought offensive board, little left-handed floater. A nice play by David Harden, the freshman from Dover, New Hampshire. He's played very well tonight, Nate.
Yeah, I mean, he's, like you said, he's undersized there, but really able to get a good shot off there. And Keith with the muscle. Nice.
Number 34, Keith Chesley for 2.
Yeah, and Harden giving up a couple of inches, but he's had some long three-pointers. And there's another nice hard take who he's been doing that all day. Anthony Shea, number 24, the freshman from Lee, New Hampshire.
Yeah, I like Shea. I think he does a really nice job taking the ball down that right-hand side. Like I said, if you're defending him, you got to push him over to his left.
Wow.
And you got to cover that guy.
Yeah, someone has to. Actually, I don't know if it matters because he's just been ripping them the last couple. I'm not sure how many threes he had.
Well, he's already tied the record, so he's probably pretty close to that tonight, too.
Maybe in a two-game record.
And he's probably shot with a higher percentage tonight. He took 13 threes on
15.
Thursday night. 15, excuse me.
Nice
Good
pass underneath to Chesley. He'll get hit, and that is no good. Good on selfish basketball right there by Thompson. 108-69, 7:11 to go.
Yeah, and I got to say, having compared the couple seasons that we've done here for UMA, I mean, this is probably one of the best male team that we've seen in the time that we've been here, and they're gelling pretty well together right now. I know Thursday they didn't get the win, but they came
still a
out.
Good game.
Yeah,
yes.
And they played extremely well, and I think obviously tonight, Great Bay is mismatch here. I mean, I think that's very easy to see that, obviously, with the score. But they've played well, and they've been fundamentally sound, and they've executed off of Coach Ford. So I think he's got to be very happy with how they've played tonight. And, not just scoring big, but those little things. I really like how they've played.
Yeah, it's if you were to just kind of look at this in the paper, you'd see it, you'd think it, it was like a blowout, but this isn't playing like a blowout because of the way that Great Bay has been playing, even though they've been behind as much as they have, because it's still been a fight for UMA to get points. They're just making very high percentage shots, just like that one right there. A lot of them have been contested, and Thompson just continues to rain threes.
You got to put somebody out on him. I mean, you got to find him. If you're Great Bay here, you're just going to continue to run that zone and give up those open three-pointers. And
nice up and under.
Tough.
And also, too, with the young squad that they have, it might be the only defense that
He's open
the
again.
5 people can play together. That thing was 3/4 of the way down, for crying out loud.
And Keith, again, they're doing such a good job, Keith and Rogers being on the opposite side to be able to get those rebounds, put themselves in a good spot. Keith missed a bunny there. He wants that one back.
Yeah, he does. He's still stewing about it.
Yeah, he's shaking his head.
Harden gets it over in the corner. Long three going to be taken I think that hit the side of the backboard. Wynn right there to get it and get the putback. Wynn has played a great game tonight. Kareem Wynn, the 6-foot freshman from Dover, New Hampshire. So a lot of these freshmen playing together, they're going to, if they stay and, depending on what they get for other recruiting classes, this freshman class could really, bring the Great Bay into
I think
into the light.
Within this league, Andy, I think it really comes down to consistency. It's very difficult, I think, in this league to have a group come together and be the same group for a couple of years. There's a lot of turnover, and they're new guys, so I feel like if they can do that, like how you mentioned, if they're able to stay together, obviously they're a young team, that, down the road, if they get a big guy here or there, they could be pretty good. They can definitely take the ball to the hole. We've seen that demonstrated tonight. Yeah,
and, another thing, too, the freshmen, they're, 18, 19 years old. They still have a lot of growing to do. You get in the weight room in the off season, you get that regimen going, and, you put on a little bit of muscle, you get a big guy. And the kids are still growing, too. So, if you have a good core of freshmen, which they have right here, a good 12 freshmen that play together for 2, 3, 4 years, that's really saying something. And Thompson wanted that one back. That one kind of squirted out of his hand. He was thinking to go forward before he had the ball.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted that three-pointer, lost it, tried to gather it again to dribble drive, and then lost it again. So
he's like, shucks. 113-71. 4:45 to go. Second half. Ball's going to be turned over. Rogers comes up with it. He'll bring it up. Pass it. Lazy pass over to Chesley. Nice hands by Harden. Harden with the hard bounce pass. That one put off the glass. No good. And coming in late was Nick Bragg with the foul on Eric Leslie, so Leslie will be at the line to shoot 2 free throws.
Just kind of impressive that Leslie was able to get that pass. That thing had some velocity to it coming down off his hip, so really nice job there for him to be able to collect that and at least get a shot up and draw the foul.
Right. Did a lot of things really quickly right there to crowd the ball and then get in a shooting motion. And he makes 2.
Eric Leslie, 2 on the line.
So Bragg gets it over to Hemet. Kicking it around the perimeter. Thompson wants it, takes it. Chesley with the rebound. He'll go up hard off the glass and in. And that's one of those angles that you were talking about earlier, Nate, where he finds himself a little bit, kind of in no man's land, but it's not no man's land for him. Harden with a long 3, in and out, no good. Another board for who other than Rogers. And he'll get it over to Hemet. He'll get it across the timeline with just over 4 to go.
Rogers is going to be close to triple-double.
Thompson. No good. Rogers with another board. He'll get hacked, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Going to have a couple of substitutions for you after the first free throw. Get those for you. Not sure what the horn was for, but inadvertent horn. Rogers makes the first one. Arthur will check in. Cam Horick will check in, along with Jonathan Rojas, the senior guard from Portsmouth. Cam Horick, also a senior forward. He's from Beverly, Mass. Went to Franklin Academy. Rogers makes the second one. Pushed around the perimeter. Harden has it now down on the corner. UMA sliding back into a 2-3 zone. Harden with a long 3. No good. Ball going to be kind of tipped around. And we're going to have a hand check foul on Cummings, the freshman guard from Windsor Maid. Played high school basketball out at Erskine Academy. Rojas thought about the 3. Going to be stripped from behind by Thompson, who gets it to Rogers. Rogers has it. Gets it down to the corner to Hemet. Back to Thompson. Being guarded by Arthur. Gets to Thompson. Ball going to be flipped around. Rogers lost a handle on that one, and the ball ends up in Harden's hand. He'll try to get it to Horick, who couldn't get a handle on it. Thompson thought about the 3. Kicked over. Hemed now will step, shoot. No good. Leslie with the rebound gets it to Arthur. 3 minutes to go here in the second half. That one's going to be just tipped over. Nice hands there. Harden has it now. Gets it back to Leslie, who will get a nice pass. Arthur with a little up fake and can't get the finish, but he gets his offensive rebound. And we're going to have a push on Rogers, it looks like. I think that's his first personal. So neither team in any real foul trouble. Been a pretty clean game.
Impressive for Brandon not to have a foul there, as much as he's been underneath.
Right. Just goes to show the athleticism.
Yeah, and the amount of shots that he's either blocked or altered tonight.
4 or 5.
Keith showing his ability there. That was odd. The foul. Okay.
Nope. Rojas went down kind of funny. Glad he's okay. Hops up. Hemed has the ball now. He'll push it across. UMA in no real hurry. Get it down under Ches. Ches will be blocked right to Rogers, and he puts it up and in. He's got to be close to 30. Well, I mean, he scored 120 points. I mean, that's really impressive.
Yeah, he's definitely got to be the highest scorer.
Nice shot.
With Thompson being second.
Arthur takes that one down, 119-78. So, I mean, even though Great Bay is going to end up losing this game, they've scored 78 points. So that's not shabby.
No, I don't. Like I said, I think they do a really nice job of taking the ball down to the hole. I'm sure they're going to get some teams in foul trouble. Obviously, that didn't happen tonight. But if they continue to have that kind of dribble drive mentality, they might end up getting the big man out of the game. I think Brandon was really smart tonight. You know, and part of the reason he probably did that is because the way that they play, they have very little depth, and he knows, and he's mentioned before in an interview, you know, they have to play smart. They can't get into foul trouble. And sometimes you just got to allow the shot, you know what I mean?
As much as you want to alter the shot, you just got to let it go by because you know that you don't have anybody else on the bench. And he is the one big guy. And like you had alluded to earlier, that when he's off the floor, it completely changes UMA's game completely.
Yeah. And he's going to play a lot of minutes.
And he's a smart player. I mean, he's gone, you know, he almost went the whole game without a foul. And that's almost unheard of. I'm not sure how many he has, but he's got to be, that might be number 7.
People are getting excited about that, so that he must be really close again to the record.
If anybody's standing over on the bench, so I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, I don't know either. Brittany, how come you're not keeping track of that?
Jeez. Little scuffle, going to be taken. Leslie's going to lay it off the glass and in.
That's right, 200 points in the game here total.
That's crazy.
203.
Some good math. Thompson's open. Oop.
Nice
Tried to get it down underneath. Hemed. Bragg's going to come up with it. He's going to get it over. Hemed going to stop, pop, and make. Nice transition hoop right there for Hemed.
Yeah, not an easy shot.
No. Right in transition, just inside the three-point line. This is going to be a long three-pointer taken, not made. That one's going to be put up, and it looks like Cam Hork will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And also, too, Great Bay has taken a lot of threes tonight. In some other games coming up here, I'm sure, 4, 5, 6 of those will, find their way down, and they could find themselves right back in games. I mean, if you give them another 20 points, maybe not in this game, but in a different, closer game. You know what I was trying to say.
Yeah, I do.
It would help them be more competitive in the game when those shots fall, which they will.
Yeah. They got to stop people. That's number one.
Yeah.
And I think that's the priority moving forward with them is they got to play some defense.
Hork gets it up to Rojas. Rojas will corral it off the glass and in.
Number 14, Jonathan.
They're trying to get Thompson 3.
Yeah, they are. Oh. Harden with the lay-in. So I think they really are trying to get him the ball. So maybe he does have 7.
He must be close. Well, he gives it up there, though.
He's going to take this, though. Oh! I think he might have just...
That might be 9 threes tonight.
That might have been. And that was deep. That was unbelievably deep. Wow. Holy smokes.
This will do it.
Wow. So that will do it. UMA Moose will get the first win in the conference here. We'll go to 1-1 in the conference. 1-3 so far this year. Good job by Great Bay. Continuing to play basketball. They put up 84 points. But the UMaine Moose win 128-84. I want to thank you for joining us here from the Augusta Civic Center and Munzing Media Sports. For Brittany Bourgeois Munzing and Nate Munzing, I'm Andrew Munzing. Thank you very much. Have a nice night.